Hey guys, it's Ben from Idiots Play Games, and today I'm going to give you my red-blue starter deck Goku build. I've been testing it for the past few days. I topped a few events with it. It's very strong. Feels like the only bad decks it goes up against is like the anti-meta decks, like Golden Frieza or like let's say Mecha Frieza. But as far as that, I think that's the only downside of this deck. So if you don't know starter deck Goku, everyone should know it by this point. Peter Katani plays the hell out of it. On the normal side, when you attack, you untap one blue. On the other side, if you have 5 or more energy, you gain 5k when you attack, so it swings for 20k, but it's still like 15 if you get swung at. And it untaps 2 blue on this side. So, being able to like curve out everything perfectly, playing like 1 drops on turn 1, playing 2 drops on turn 2, playing 3 drops on turn 3 and 4, and so on and so forth. Just giving you the extra advantage, being able to defend, being able to put like more pressure on. It's really insane leader. Nothing else more to say about this leader than he's insane and he's the best. So, blue-red. It feels like they counteract each other, but it really doesn't. With the way that I have this built, it feels like everything works around it. I've got like 2 black cards. I'll go into the reason why I just played the 2 black cards when I get there. But I don't play any of the Time Patrol trunks because I just don't feel like I need them at all. So of course, first off, we played 10k pumps. Your boost attack Piccolos, 4 of them. I play 4 boos, 4 blue boos. You kind of sometimes need to like mana them early. Like, you might have to mana 1 and then like get more off because you need to get 1 blue down. Like, you just sit on 2 blue and you're fine. I play 4 Gowasu because it's a very like god heavy strong deck. I think it's like 14 gods all up that you play. Like with Gowasu, you can search your Piccolos, you can search your Beeruses, you can search all your Vadoses. And you can search your Champas. Very strong. It searches itself, which is strong enough by itself. I love Gowasu. I've always loved running Gowasu on most decks I can. It just feels like he's in a great insane card. So those are your 2 like drawing blue cards. Very strong. They kind of bounce off each other. And yeah, I played 3 Bean. I want to bump it to 4. But I just, like, everything's really tight. Like, I have to play things to counteract other decks because, like, I'm not playing, like, the green-blue build where it beats everything. So I have to kind of run 3. Same as the 3 Coercion. I don't mind running Coercion at 3. Whenever I play it at 4, sometimes it's just a little bit, like, I know it's weird to say, but it's sometimes a little bit too bricky. But I don't mind playing it at 3. Like, when I see it when I want to see it. I play Beerus. The main reason why I play Beerus is because it's your only real way of removing your big stuff. So like the big stuff you mainly want to remove is like, let's say Cell or like the 7-drop coolers. So it's stuff with like 30k that you kind of really deal with, like can't really deal with this deck. Like when you play the green deck, like you play like the promo Gohan, the green one, to remove things, and like you have to do that with Beerus with this instead. It's really awkward, but like playing him at 2 is fine. Like if you just get that pop 1 Cell with it's fine. I play just the 2 Masked Saiyans. They're strong enough itself at 2. Like I kind of sometimes I don't see them when I want to see them, but when I don't see these, I see the Champas and I see them early enough. That's okay. So we did play Result Training. I hate Result Training in starter deck Goku. It's okay, but sometimes it's like you just want to use your 10k pumps, like you searched them with other things, but like you can't defend off enough against with it, and you kind of want to awaken to abuse the fact that you can as early as you can, because you are pushing them rather than holding back, like what you would do with a green-blue build. So yeah, like I usually get these off like turn 4 sometimes to get that extra pressure in. So yeah, no Result Trainings, and we've got the better Result Training really. We play Saiyan Cabba. Only playing at 2 because usually people like will sit you at 5 or like sit you at 6, and then like you just pipe them down with the Saiyan Cabba. They usually don't expect it. They're like, oh, he's playing Result Training because he's playing blue, started that Goku. So you just pipe them down with Cabba. Like on top of that, you can still like live on 5 life for a while. It doesn't matter too much. I know you're not getting the draws and everything, but because you're playing red, you get like extra advantage, like with your Vadoses and your Boos. It's very, very strong. So, as you've probably seen by now, I play the Hit Engine. This is the main reason why I built this deck. Hit Engine's too strong in the current format, where we are we're mainly going up against like starter deck Goku. I know that I've seen that Goku Black has been topping up a little bit, like Gotenks Cell, and this just deals with it so well. Like, you never really want to see these. Whenever you want to when you're opening mulliganing, you just send these back because you kind of want to get them off the Vados. But they're very strong. I never really used the ability off this. If I really wanted to, I guess I could play like 4 of this and 2 of this. But I really like it at 3 and 3. Sometimes you can use the ability. It's kind of okay, but you never hard cast these guys. Doesn't matter. I play Calm-Hearted Vados. It's very strong. So for me, it was either playing the Time Patrol Trunks or these. And when I was playing with the Time Patrol Trunks, it didn't feel like it didn't have as much pressure. This stays on the field compared to Time Patrol Trunks. So the main reason why I play this, one, it's a red target, and it's good. But Gowasu will search this, and then this. If you don't know what this card does, when you play this card, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 red alien amongst them and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. As you can see, there's a lot of aliens. Saiyan Cabba's an alien, your Hit Engine's an alien, but the main thing is that Jiren is your alien as well. Of course, we play Jiren at 4. He's amazing removal. Swinging for 30k, and then swinging, mainly with these you just want to swing into their board. So I play 4, I play 4, I play 2, 3, and 3. These ratios are fine. You draw off enough. This draws, and this technically draws, and this draws. So it has the same kind of draw power that the starter deck Goku does. Yeah, another thing that I was potentially running over these was the promo Gohan, but I didn't like that it was 2 red. I like how it's 2 it's 1 red rather than having 2 red. So instead you you curve this out in turn 3 and you swing with starter deck Goku and then untap your 1 blue. But sometimes you're already awakened at that early. Sometimes it happens. You can just untap 2 blue mana instead of your 1 red. Just instead of 1 blue if you're already awakened. I love this card with this deck. It stays on the field compared to Time Patrol Trunks. And yeah, that's it for that. As I stated earlier, Jiren's strong. 4 drop, 2 red. Swings 30k. You can swing standing battle cards, which you're mainly doing. You just want to beat down their entire board. You never really want to swing face with Jiren unless you want to get the extra pressure in, because you can just get swiped at by starter deck Goku leader. So you'll swing into their 5ks and all that, just to get rid of their advantage. This is mainly your advantage beatdown. Sometimes it has to get rid of big things, but that's where I found that Beerus needs to be in the deck. I played Vados. Curving Vados out in turn 5 is insane. So if you don't know Vados, 5 drop, it's 2 red, it's 20k, it has dual attack. So when this card attacks, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, then play an alien with 1500 or less. So you've got 10 targets or 10 targets or 8 targets all up. So you got your Saiyan Cabbas, you got your hits, and you got your other hits. A lot of the times you will whiff off it, but that's okay. This can pipe down a few 20ks. Sometimes this will just swing into a KO, and you swing it again, it will kill the KO. People won't defend against it. But it's really good pressure, because a lot of people are playing, Whis Coercion. A lot of people can't deal with dual attack. It swings, their instant reaction is to negate it, and then it swings again. Really strong, especially with late game. Sometimes you don't really have a lot to push for game. Let's say they're popped off enough. Swinging with this and then just pulling these and then just comboing with them is insane. Yeah, I love this curving out turn 5. It's insane. I played the Destructive Terror Champa just at 2. He's something to search for when you play Gowasu. So if you don't know Champa, He has an evolve. You never use the evolve. We don't play any of the evolve, but you can evolve him for 3. But he's a 6 mana, 2 red. He's triple strike. So like a lot of people like sit themselves on 3 life like during end game because they're like, oh, I can just take a double strike, or I can just take like a single strike and I should be fine. But like Champa just like destroys that. It destroys the idea that you have like you can have 3 mana. And also like pops all their like little stuff as well. So like the stuff that Jiren didn't get to, this stuff just destroys it. Like of course you can play this like turn 6 and then just like swing with start of that Goku and open up 2. It's very strong. Like I was running without these for a while and I just found like I wasn't getting the extra advantage that I wanted to. And yeah, so lightning fast hit, it's usually one of like the biggest game enders that I have out right now. With lightning fast hit, you evolve over a hit, so these guys that you can bring out for Vados for free pretty much. So you can drop for 6. I've done it before and I swung game with it. It's 25k, it's very strong. But it's double strike as well. So when you evolve into a hit, you know, people from set 1 will realize this, when you evolve into a hit, you deal 2 damage straight to their life. It's insane. Like you're dealing straight 2 damage without attacking or anything. Like people, it just takes people off guard. They don't know what to do. And then on top of that, you swing a start of that Goku and you untap that. Like, and then you can go with like other things as well. Like you can go with Beerus and drawing more and all that. I really love the hit engine. It feels like it should have dominated during when the green-blue build was topping. And then top of that, just to top everything off, I still play Babidi. I'm gonna play Babidi until March 9th, until like everything rolls over, because I love Babidi as much as I hate it and love it. You know, looking at the top 70 of your deck and playing 2 red cards, like usually you want to play 2 of these. If you can't see these, you like play this, or you play this by itself. You do play 4, so it's okay. And I play Babidi at 3. A love-hate relationship with Babidi, but usually he just will push so hard for game. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. As far as going into set 3, I don't feel like this deck will see a lot of play. It feels like we'll see a lot more like Mecha Frieza, which this deck loses to. Like most decks that I lose to is Golden Frieza, because the way they tempo out, and like they just cold bloodlust all your pops or cold crushable all your stuff. So like they'll cold bloodlust your Beeruses, they'll cold bloodlust your Jiren sometimes, cold bloodlust this, cold bloodlust this, cold bloodlust this. It has too many cold bloodlust targets. But I found that just siding Assassination Plot when you get to like you know, the top 8, these things are really strong. So this is a card that no one plays ever. It's a 4-cost 2 red. Activate main. Choose up to any number of your opponent's battle cards, of which total costs up to 30,000 or less, and KO those cards. So like versing Golden Frieza, what you want to pop is like their full power freezes, which is that triple strike 25k blocker. Or they're like coolers, because like you can't really deal with coolers unless you like swing with Jirens, because they just cold bloodlust everything and just ruins the deck. But these kind of fix it a little bit. You also don't mind that you don't have a board, like you can just deal with not having a board, like black cards do that. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. I really love the deck. It's something I've been testing like strenuously for the past few weeks. You know, we've tried Buhan builds with it and I didn't like it. I played this and I love it. And yeah, that's it for the video. Give us a like and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this deck. Tell me if you think it's good. Tell me if you think it's bad. And yeah, that's it for the video. See you in the next one.